What's up, it's your boy Larry here. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to provide value to your team using the Specialist class in Galactic Assault. Let's get into it. Stealth is used pretty often by some specialists. I personally don't like it because I don't like having to have a card dedicated solely to melee damage, as if I'm using melee damage, I'm probably going to die soon. Marksman's a good card on paper, but you're just not going to kill enough people each life to justify using this card over something else that's more useful. I recommend you use Bounty Hunter on every single class, as you get more battle points, and more battle points means you can get heroes faster, reinforcements faster, which are better classes. You're going to get more kills with those anyways. You're not going to finish top of the leaderboard playing Specialist only. So, Expert weapons handling, it's okay, but they already have pretty generous cooling success states, so there's no need for it. You can get away without it. Again, there's better cards that can take this one spot. It's not a bad card though. The only real use you're going to get out of Survivalist is if you're impatient and can't wait the extra second for your health to regenerate. I'd stay away from this card. Resourceful is a great card. I absolutely recommend you putting in your loadout. You can use Infiltration more often. You can use Shock Grenades more often. All your abilities more often. It's just better all around. There's no reason not to have this in your loadout. Brawler, it's in the same category as Stealth. If you're close enough to someone in melee combat, you're playing Specialist wrong. You shouldn't be that up and close and personal, because chances are if there's one person, there's someone else right behind him. You just won't get enough use out of this card to justify it. Bodyguard, it's decent, but if you're already at critical health, why do you need a damage reduction? You're probably going to die. The extra 10 health isn't going to stop those bullets from killing you. The improved Shock Grenade, I mean, it's okay, but the Shock Grenade isn't good enough to justify upgrading it, because the upgraded version isn't going to be that great, 'cause you're not going to get any kills with it. It's best for deterring enemies from coming towards you, redirecting them. The extra 2 seconds it's going to be active isn't going to stop them for much longer. It's just not worth it. I'd rather have something better. Some people like the binoculars. I'm not a fan. I mean, if you like them, you can roll with this, I guess, but I just don't get enough use out of the binoculars, and I don't think they're that good anyways. Infiltration is good enough as it is. There's absolutely no need to upgrade it. It's a waste of a card spot. You can get better use out of your cards. I love the Trip Mine. It's just a claymore basically. It's perfect for, you can jam doorways with it, great for defending, great for sniping as no one can sneak up behind you. You can't get flanked if you have Trip Mines on the sides of you. All around fantastic card, would recommend. You get resourceful with it too. You're cranking out a Trip Mine every 12 seconds. With Personal Shield, the only real use you're going to get out of it is regenning or trying to find someone, and it gives you a couple extra seconds, but at the same time it gives a bright blue ball around you and tells everyone who's looking in your direction, hey, there's a guy right here, shoot at him. Killstreak Infiltration, it falls under the same category as Scramble Infiltration. It's just not good enough to justify using it, because it doesn't improve Infiltration enough to take a spot from other cards. Same goes for Hardened Infiltration. I just wouldn't ever use them personally. I have been playing this game since release. I actually pre-ordered it. I played the beta. I have never had a repulsor cannon used on me. I remember there's a shotgun in Battlefront 1 that looked like this. I've never had it used on me. I've never used it. I wouldn't ever see a reason to use it. If you knock someone down, they're going to literally get right back up and kill you. Yeah, stay away from this. The only time you should ever use the Stinger pistol is if a hero's bothering you. You hit them with it a couple times and it'll take a decent chunk of their health. You're probably not going to kill them though, so it's just not worth running it all the time. The Vulcan 38X it's your standard sniper rifle. It's not that good. As soon as you get the IQ A11, immediately upgrade. But it's not that bad for a starter sniper. But as soon as you get another rifle, you're gonna never use this one again. The IQ A11 is pretty solid. It's a standard sniper rifle. It's a better version of the Vulcan 38X. It does pretty good damage. It's got great range. It shoots a bit slower than the Vulcan 38, but that's because it's more of a sniper than that is. You can probably use this one up until you get the NT242. I like this personally. With dual zoom, it's a pretty solid rifle. You can see a lot more, get further away headshots, all around see better. And then when you get bolt speed on top of it, you can shoot more rounds. The bolt speed, I have it equipped. I don't have improved cooling, but even if I did, I'd use bolt speed over it, as I'd rather shoot faster than have more rounds in the mag. So, but that's personal preference, all up to you. The A280 CFE is essentially just an assault rifle. It's good for aggressive specialist players, but I'm going to use the assault class when I'm trying to be more aggressive rather than the specialist. It handles a lot like the M14 from Call of Duty. Without dual zoom, the A280 CFE is literally just an assault rifle. You can't snipe with it, really, as it's just, you can't see far enough. The A280 CFE with the burst mode turns into an M16 essentially. It's like a worse version of the A280C, so I'd rather just use the A280C than this. The ion shot I'm never going to use on any gun ever, as I'm never going to shoot a tank with small arms, so, but that's just personal preference. You can do whatever you want. It's a video game after all. The NT242 is the best sniper I've used in any game ever, since sniping's already easier in this game. Oh, one kill headshot and 2 kill body shot, you're just not going to beat that. All around fantastic gun. It's pretty terrible without dual zoom, but once you put dual zoom on, you can hit literally anyone, anywhere on the map, since there's no bullet drop in this game. I really only use the improved cooling because there's no better alternative and I have an extra slot, so why not improve my cooling? But it's pretty useful, I'd say. The NT242 with disruptor shot, its main uses are if you're shooting down like gunships, which are good for a lot of points, or tanks. But I'd rather snipe troopers than that, because doing that isn't a difficult task and I don't have fun doing that. That's up to you if you want to or not. I personally don't. It does splash damage, so if you're shooting into like crowds of people or someone's hiding behind cover, you can hit them still. It's good for that. Other than that, it's not really worth it, I say. When you put it all together, it's a traditional sniper rifle, but it's better than any sniper I've used in any game ever. Partially because it's easier to snipe in this game than other games, since there's no bullet drop. I don't actually have the cycler rifle, as I don't snipe in co-op ever, but if you look at the stats, it's basically like a slightly faster, less damage dealing version of the IQ-A11, so I don't see how it'd be an upgrade over the NT242. So I wouldn't recommend it. When you snipe in Battlefront 2, there's really only 3 things you gotta do. First, you gotta hit them in the head, right? Or in the body, twice. If you don't do that, you're not gonna get any kills, because you actually have to shoot someone to get the kills. That's how it works. Second, you gotta keep your feet moving. If you don't keep your feet moving, they're gonna kill you, because you are a stationary object. All they have to do is put the little dot in the middle of their screen on your head and pull the trigger, and you'll die instantly. The third thing you gotta do is you gotta lead them into your shots. People are constantly moving side to side in this game. You're not really gonna get a lot of stationary targets, so you gotta lead them into your shot. You put it a little to the right, and it's basically like a guessing game as to which direction they're going. And hopefully you hit them in the head. It's a lot of trial and error. You're gonna miss a lot of shots. That's completely fine, because in the end, it's a game. This isn't life or death. Your other option you can do is you can go behind the enemy lines, push up further, and try and kill people before they even get close enough to the person to shoot at them. So this way you're defending the ion disruptor by, when attacking with the objective, you're going to want to stay along the side of it, right? And anyone who appears with the ion disruptor, because they're going to have to come into your line of sight to get the shot off, when they poke their head out and take the time to wind up and shoot the ion disruptor at you, at the tank, you kill them. That's really all it is to it. Easier said than done though. When you're defending an enclosed space, what you're going to want to do is you're going to jam the entrances with your trip mines. Place trip mines at the entrances that they most commonly use, right? And then wait until they come and trip those mines, and then you replant the mines until they finally push through. It makes those doorways completely useless to the enemy team, and it just delays them, because you're not going to hold a point by yourself. You're a specialist, so you got to do what's the next best. When attacking an enclosed space, what you're going to want to do is you're going to clear the point first, right? And then jam the entrances that they use. They're most uncommonly used entrances, because they're generally going to have about 3 entrances. The ones that they don't use, you want to put trip mines in, because your teammates will defend the most used one, so you can cut off the other routes and while keeping it protected. Again, I clear the point, look for the enemy, use infiltration to see him on my map, keep looking for him, jam a side entrance, right? They only have 2 entrances really to get in here, so I'll jam both of them, right? Jam the other entrance. Now they can't walk through those doors without dealing with the trip mines first, and there's still someone in the point. Use infiltration to find him, kill him. Now the point's secure, they're not taking it back, there's 7 people in the point. When defending an open objective, generally your teammates with that are assaults, heavies, officers, they're going to defend the side routes because their classes are more equipped for close range combat. So you're just going to watch the middle hallway and shoot anyone who's dumb enough to walk down it. You'll get a lot of kills, you'll also probably take a lot of damage, but that's okay. You have unlimited lives when you're defending. Another strategy for defending open objectives is first clear the point, right? And then continue pushing, make sure there's no one in the point, try and find whoever is in the point. If there is someone, try and kill him. Make sure there's no one in the point. See, this guy, I missed a couple shots on him, but he runs out. I'm not going to pursue him, I'm going to jam the doorway instead, because if I pursue him, chances are he'll kill me, right? Or I'll lose a lot of health. Then next, since there's a hero in the point, find a corner, hide in there, because he will kill me. He's a hero, I'm a specialist, he is at least 4 times my health, and also can one-shot me, so no point in even trying with him. Defend the corners. They only have 2 entrances they can really enter through to attack me, and all of them are in my line of sight. They have to kill me before they can even take the point here. This is pretty solid defense right now. Another strategy is you push forward, right? Clear it out. Anyone in your line of sight, keep pushing forward, right? Make sure there's no one in there, right? Jam the doorways, the side entrances, right? Pretty solid. And another strategy for open objectives is push forward, go through a side entrance. You don't have enough health or shoot fast enough to go through a main entrance. Go through the side entrances, clear out the side entrances, and then jam the side entrances. Right? Jam the side entrances, completely incapacitates them from that side, pushes them from having 3 options to attack from to having 2. Right? Use that shock grenade, completely disables his attack, as he's not going to want to push through when he has limited mobility and health. Right? Continue to jam the entrance. Try and get a couple of hits to help other defenders out on your team while staying in the same area. Alright. This is absolutely here. This shows the use of the trip mine. See, as the entire enemy team is incapacitated trying to disable that trip mine, the one dude sets it off, damages the other guy who was trying to stop it. Now he's incapacitated for like 6 seconds while his health regenerates. I put another trip mine down, and all that happened was one dude died, and they're right back to square one. On this list are all of the maps and stages where you can use specialists. It might not be the best class for each of those stages, but if the stage isn't listed on here, you're just going to get curb stomped as a specialist, so stay away from it if it's not listed. That's about all I have on the specialist class. There's more in-depth tactics I could have gone into, but those get a bit too specific and would have been a waste of your time, as you can improvise based on the strategies provided in this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys do better with specialists and stop giving a specialist such a bad name in the community.